What is knowledge and reasoning? I have explained those things to you. Look at this one. Here have they told information is power or knowledge? Knowledge is power. Francis Bacon. Right? Look at the other one. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. This is your Socrates. So when he's saying the only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing, is he saying that you have accumulated all knowledge, or accumulating knowledge is an eternal pursuit? Many of the people in the present times, the moment they become graduated, masters, PhD and everything, they think that they have accumulated. Forget PhD. Many people, the moment they read something on WhatsApp, they think they have wisdom. That is not the sign. That is why I have told you multiple times, no matter what notes you have, what notes people give you, people like me, do not consider this as your Bible. It is just an indicative list. You have to add more points to it. Look at the other one here. It is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. So how will you use it well? Will you put some castor oil so that it runs faster? No. What will you do? Reasoning. Just like a body, how it requires physical exercise, mind requires its reasoning exercise. That doesn't mean that every day you go to your home and half an hour, right? Reason. Don't start meditating like this. Whatever you do, put your mind into it. That in itself is like a meditation. We have mind as of now, but we are not using it well. The problem is there. Today, when I was reading Indian Express, I came through an article where in UP, Bihar and everything, because of rains, there are floods which are happening. Prayagraj, have you heard of that? Floods are happening. Do you think this happens only once in 10 years or things like that, or every other year? Every other year. But we have gotten accustomed to it. We are not questioning our politicians. We are not questioning our MLAs, MPs and our bureaucrats. Am I right? That is our problem. An awakened citizenry is the greatest accountability for a democracy. What am I using the term? An awakened citizenry is the greatest accountability mechanism for a democracy. And this awakened citizenry means not only having its physical eyes open, but also its intellectual eyes. In your life, you go back home and make a list. What are the various challenges that you have? And what is the moral reasoning or logical reasoning you have to adopt to get success there? If not, things will be difficult. Look at the last one. Pure logic is the ruin of the spirit. So here, what are they saying? You have to follow logic and spirit in the extreme way or a balanced way. Balanced. Do not be way too much logical. There is a very popular show, Big Bang Theory. In that Big Bang Theory, there is one individual who is purely logical. Who is that fellow? Sheldon. In case if you do not know what is Big Bang Theory, go and look at YouTube, and in that YouTube, you will get Sheldon related videos. Sheldon is someone who will always think based on logic. But eventually, after he falls in love and has a breakup, then he learns what is spirit. Each and everything that happens in your life, it might be success or failures, you can learn a lot many things from it. Pure logic is the ruin of spirit. Sheldon is the best example. It has to be balanced. So knowledge and reasoning, please remember, not only through a logical way, but there should be some emotional angle as well. That is why in your ethics syllabus, what have you learned? Which chapter talks about emotions? Emotional intelligence. Now here I'm coming to the core. Whatever I taught you till now is important. But how is it that you're going to make your essay based on knowledge and reasoning very good? This is the core part. Look at this one. How do we acquire this knowledge and reasoning? First and foremost, look at the first one, perception and experience. We call it as empiricism. So how do we get this perception? Learning through senses. There are certain things that you like. There are certain foods that you like. Let us say madam likes chocolate cake and I like vanilla cake. Now her perception is based on her sensory experiences as such. That is the thing. How we accumulate knowledge and experiences are not the same. Some use perception and experience to a larger degree. This is one way of accumulating knowledge and reasoning. What is the other method? Testimony and authority. Testimony and authority. You learn from other sources. You learn from other books. There was a book which we used to read in engineering. I remember VLSI. There was a subject called as VLSI. Very large scale integration, if I'm not wrong. And for that VLSI, we used to refer a foreign author book. That foreign author book had certain mistakes. It was not updated. When we pointed this one out to the teacher was not accepting. No, it is right because it is a foreign author book. There are many individuals who believe that they get information from credible sources, sometimes books, personalities and everything. But books and personalities can be wrong. Am I right? Yes. So how do we accumulate information? How do we accumulate knowledge? How do we accumulate reasoning? Apart from empiricism, Based on perception and experiences, there are other things as well. Testimony and authority. You tell me, which one is more important in terms of we accumulating knowledge these days? Is it perception or is it testimony and authority? Perception, right? Yes. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. Understand my point? Sir does not give any break at all. You might have that perception. Now that perception might have given certain judgments. Whatever judgments you have, it is a reflection of you, not me. Sir does not give break. Maybe he is hardworking. That's not a reflection of me. That's a reflection of you. Sir does not give any break. He must be a very bad individual. That's not me. That's you. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. And initially, I've observed this. The moment you meet a person, you will have a perception whether that person is good or bad. Maka nodi, mane hakbardu. But now hange madadu. Am I right or am I wrong? Maka nodi mane alla, maka nodi madveno agtare. Am I right or am I wrong? Yes, they base their whole life on outward features, and after that, body being cut into pieces. Learn from credible sources. Be very careful how you accumulate perceptions, because it really plays an important role in your life. And how you react to such perceptions, you have to be careful. Whatever opinions you have of me, at the end of the day, it is a reflection of you. How I react is based on my awareness. Have you heard of something called as blind spot? So usually when you're driving or riding or anything, there are things called as blind spot. Let us say I'm standing here and to my right side, there was a swift car. Understand my point? I want to cross the road. Now this swift car, if it was in the middle, I can have an idea who is coming from the right side or from the back and everything. But I did not have that idea. Swift was coming to the side. So I thought he was going to turn. I thought no one was there, so I wanted to just cross the road and come to OJP4. But there was a bike rider. Understand my point? He got a little bit irritated. He did not understand that I could not see him because it was a blind spot. You know what is a blind spot, right? Imagine you're reversing a Toyota Innova or a Ford Endeavor and everything. These cars, they have a high ground clearance. Imagine at the reverse, there is a small kid. Will you be able to see the kid? No. And in India, there are quite a few accidents associated with this incident, unfortunate. So he said few things. I said, okay, hogi sir, aaramagi, tension tobedi. Simple. His perception was a reflection of him. He did not understand what was my problem over there. How I reacted to him was not in a road rage manner. I was respectful and said, fine, please go. Aste. Your perception determines your reactions. Be careful in life. What are the other sources? You have reasoning and reflection. This is what we call as introspection, Atma Avalokane. Swami Vivekananda used to say, at any given point in time, start to have conversation with yourself. If you do not have, you're going to miss out on a good friend. Reasoning and reflection. What were the actions that I took today and how these actions have impacted me and the people in and around me? That is reflection. Understand my point? Simple. So here, today I'm teaching you knowledge and reasoning based themes. Today I'm not going to make you write any essay as of now in the class. Howsoever, you can go back home, you can write an essay, whether you're an OGP student or a non-OGP student, I don't care. You can come and get your essays evaluated whenever the time is convenient for both of us. I want you to do that. Knowledge in itself is useless until and unless you apply it. Because when you apply knowledge, there you learn what is your reasoning capabilities. Understanding. Essay writing, is it just an information dumping or is it a reasoning and reflective exercise? You tell me. Reasoning and reflective. Simple. This you have to do. And 90% of the times when I evaluate essays, the reasoning and reflective exercise is very less. The cost of being wrong is less than cost of doing nothing. So many of my students, they write about wrong things, about taking chances, why we don't take chances. Okay, fine. But here in the essay topic, there is something called as cost, right? Imagine in my classroom, I'm not allowing you to be wrong. What is the cost of that? What is the cost of me not encouraging you to be wrong in life? You tell me. You will not be thinking, yes. Because of that, what could be the larger cost? The destiny of a country, will it be favorable or will it be in an unfavorable way? So we want you to measure those costs. Many people have degrees, masters and PhD, but when it comes to confidence in the subject that they have learned? Do you think they have confidence? In the same area, you have people staying here for 4 years, 5 years. Go and ask them how confident they are with regards to UPSC. They will cry. Am I right or am I wrong? That's the thing. What is the point of me teaching you all these things if you do not have the courage to answer me or ask doubt? Nothing. So have the courage to be wrong. If not, you are always going to be having that inferior mindset, which will not allow you to showcase your personality when the day comes. Understand the point? Why do you think many people, when they go to interview, they end up scoring 120, 140 because they're less smart or less intelligent? No, because they're very afraid. And whenever they give answers which do not have depth in reasoning capabilities. Am I making my point clear? So be careful. Do not think I will clear pre, I will clear mains, I will go to all these personality interview courses and everything. And the moment I sit in front of UPSC interview board, they would never have met a student like me in their life. Don't think like that. Don't daydream. There is no logic here. ನನ್ನೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಮಿಂಗಳುಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ. ತಿಮಿಂಗಳ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ತಾನೆ? Yes. I'm just a fish in your aquarium. Those people are your, what is the English term? Sharks and everything in the oceans. So be careful. All of you are following my point. So reasoning and reflection, this is one more way we acquire knowledge. What are the other things? Intuition and insights. Intuition, I've already told you, it is nothing but your gut feeling, your observation skills. And finally, you have scientific inquiry, where you're conducting experiments. Based on these experiments, you are inferring things. And then you are arriving at a solution. Understand my point? Now you tell me, whatever knowledge and reasoning you put forth in your essay papers, what will it be based on? Primarily, it will be based on perception or maybe based on intuition. The other things are missing. You guys agree with me? You're not bringing your experiences as much as you should. You're not bringing that scientific mentality as much as you should. You guys agree with me? That is where you're losing out. You're not bringing the testimony of others from credible sources, I'm saying. Am I making my point clear? So when you do not write essays like this, it is very difficult for you to score even 120 in your essay paper. Even rank holders are scoring 112, 115. And many people are claiming that 112 and 115 is great, right? No. People have scored more than 120. You can also do it. All of you are following me? Sometimes when toppers come and they give you this topper stock and everything, you listen to them and you wonder, how can I become like them? That's a stupid thing. You learn from them. You borrow everything that they have, which you think is good. But retain your uniqueness. Don't compromise on it. Some of you might be very good in terms of scientific analysis. Do that. Some of you might be very good in terms of bringing testimony from credible sources. Do that. Some of you might have developed right perception and experiences. Do that. This is your X factor. This is your unique. That is why in 2024 ethics paper, UPSC has given a topic, a quote, learn everything that is good from others. Bring it in, absorb it, but retain your uniqueness. This is a Swami Vivekananda quote. Most of the times when I'm teaching you, am I giving you testimony from credible sources? I am. Am I bringing my perceptions? I give you examples from my own life. Am I right? Am I trying to bring your scientific studies as well? I quote certain psychological studies. Am I right or am I wrong? Like this. Why is it that in my essay papers, I used to perform relatively good compared to many other people? Was because of these things. How I approached an essay was different. Understand my point? All of you. So when you write an essay, will you focus just on that empiricism way too much? No. Scientific research? No. It will be a mix of all. And you give more emphasis on something which you are very good at. Following my point? Come back here. What is the utility? Utility means purpose. Why should I develop knowledge? Why should I develop reasoning? There are n number of reasons for that. N number. I'm not going to teach you all those things. I'm just going to focus on few things. Understanding the world. Now, the world in which you live, is it filled with stability or chaos? Now, for you to make some sense of this chaotic world, you require knowledge and reasoning. Am I right or am I wrong? If you do not have knowledge and reasoning, you will try to adopt all the chaos which is there outside the world and you will internalize it. You guys agree with me? Understanding the world. Yesterday, I gave myself a simple exercise. The exercise was, there were certain apps that I was using. For next 1 week, I should not use that app. There is every possibility that I might have withdrawal symptoms. You know what is withdrawal symptoms, right? Whenever you're trying to reduce something, reduce your addiction, let us say you're smoking. And when you want to stop smoking, what usually happens is there is withdrawal symptoms, there is pain symptoms. There will be a lot of instability, but you will control yourself. Sunday ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Am I right or am I wrong? Wednesday, you will have things like this. When you're trying to control these things, what will happen in your body? Will it be stable or will it be unstable? Control. Knowledge and reasoning will help you to understand the chaotic world and make some sense out of it. Look at the other one. Making sound judgments. Making sound judgments means rational as well as emotional judgments. Not just pure rational judgments. All of you following me? Acting ethically. When I develop knowledge and when I develop reasoning, I know I have to walk the path of righteousness and I know how to walk that path of righteousness. Happiness is the path. When I develop knowledge and reasoning, I know how to create that. Forest precedes civilization, deserts follow them. Have you developed reasoning capabilities enough to an adequate degree to understand that forests are non-renewable? Have you developed that? Have you internalized it? That is why forests are depleting. You guys agree with me? You take any essay topic, whatever we have discussed today can be applied. The strategies that we have discussed today should be applied. Not can, should be. What are the other things? When I have knowledge and reasoning, it contributes meaningfully to society. You have come across many people, Padma Shri awardee winners. These Padma awardee winners, are they someone who are very intelligent, smart in terms of graduation, masters and PhD, or sometimes they are illiterate as well? Illiterate, but nevertheless they have contributed more meaningfully to society. How? Knowledge, experience. You have your favorite Dashrath Manji. Do you remember him? The mountain man of India. He was able to carve a road through a mountain because of what? Because of what? Experience. Can I say that? Like that. All of you are following me. And there is a very nice phrase, sapper odd, right? Dare to know. Understand my point? Dare to know. This daring that they mean, is it a physical dare as such or mental dare as well? Mental dare as well. Have the courage to use your own understanding. Sapper odd. I want you to write these things. Cogito hyphen ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Understand point? Carpe diem. Have you heard of that? CARPEDIEM. Carpe diem means seize the day. All of you are following me? Because time does not come back. Like this. There are many more things. I'm just giving you some. Now, what is the process through which I develop this knowledge, develop this reasoning? Look at the process. First and foremost, I will develop initial perceptions, initial impressions. Understand my point? Let us say my first impression of her is that she is sincere. Let us say. Do you think this perception will be true? No. I have to test whether my perception is true or not, and these perceptions will be based on the following parameters. So let us say I'm having a perception that she is sincere. So why am I understanding that she is sincere? What is the comprehension behind it? I will try to analyze. All of you are following me? Maybe she answered few questions in the class. Understand my point? Maybe she was making notes in a very religious manner. What was the understanding behind my initial perception? I will try to ask myself. So whatever knowledge and reasoning you have, it will be usually based on these processes. Your perception, your understanding of your perceptions, and the associated analysis of it. So let us say you have a perception that you have to be an IAS officer. Now, there are various things which have contributed to that understanding. Let us say your OGP course or some other YouTube channel, or let us say some topper. Am I right or am I wrong? You have accumulated knowledge from so many sources. But do you think all these sources will help you in becoming an IAS officer, or should you pick the thing which works out the best for you? Pick the thing which works out best for you. That is where analysis comes into the picture. From this analysis, you will derive your inferences. Okay, Sunday is a day where I have to write an essay. When I write an essay, I will feel a little bit of stress relief, because in essay I am bringing my originality, bringing my personality. Your inferences, if I do well in my ethics, if I do well in my essay, if I do well in my optional subject, there is every probability that I might clear mains, right? Provided you score well in your 1, 2, 3 papers as well. That is also important. But if you do exceedingly well in these 3 subjects, the probability of you clearing mains and the probability of you seeing your name in the merit list is very high. Very high. You guys agree with me? Inferences. But what are the inferences we have made in the present times? Many people have not started writing essays only. Am I right? Many people, they do not write ethics answers. Many people think the moment they go to an ethics examination hall, they see the paper and they will start writing. Is it the right perception? No. And your understanding of this will be based on all false sources. So how do I develop knowledge in reasoning? These are the parameters that you're supposed to write. After your inference, you have your evaluation. Okay, I have figured out, I have the content, I know how to write an essay. Now let me write an essay. Let me evaluate to what extent I have understood. So for our OGP students, every week we will be conducting 2 GS subjects, and sometimes you will have optional as well, 3 classes per day. I know it is difficult. But nevertheless, on a weekly basis, on Sunday, it is for weekly test. So the weekly test, the purpose of it is to understand how much you know, to evaluate yourself. But do you think people do that? Most of the people do not write test at all. Most of the people. Some write prelims and very few write mains because they're afraid of evaluation. But when I evaluate, I know where I am right, I know where I am wrong, and I know where I should improve further. Are we going about our life in such a methodical and structured manner, or is it very haphazard? It's very haphazard. We take decisions based on perceptions, based on intuition, without any concept behind it. There's no logic, there's no analysis, there's no evaluation. We have no inferences of our own. I told you an example of the student. 1 year before, he has asked me, sir, should I read newspaper or magazine? I told him, read newspaper. Initially, since you are a fresher, you can refer magazines just for some basic content. Even after 1 year, if he is asking me the same thing, what has he inferred from his journey here? Shunyavada. Shunya, you know what it means, right? So I have not answered his question till now. So next time when you write an essay about knowledge, about reasoning, why do you think people are valuing their privileges more than their principles? Bring some arguments from here. Are they analyzing their life? Am I right or am I wrong? Are they evaluating their lives, introspecting as such? And whenever they take decisions, are they based on right perceptions or false perceptions? That is why. So in this area, let us say there are some 5 to 6,000 UPSC aspirants. Now in this 5 to 6,000 UPSC aspirants, let us say 100 people will become officers. That too is a very large number. Why are they losing? Not because there is a talent mismatch. There is a process mismatch. There is a lack of reasoning. There are students who go to UPSC examination hall and out of 100 questions in your prelims, they answer 95 questions. What is the thing that your UPSC is testing you? It is testing you to what extent you can identify for which question you have an answer and for which question you don't know nothing. And if you do not know nothing, do not attempt it. No, sir, today in my Indian Express astrology, I've read that my luck is good. I know your luck, and your luck is waste. Your luck does not work out for you. So don't base your life based on pure luck. It doesn't work. So your UPSC is testing you which questions you can attempt, which questions you should not. But then you have certain YouTube experts teaching you, oh no, go for 95 questions, go for 90 questions. Then you will have a larger probability of clearing pre. That is a stupid question to ask. What is the best question to ask? How to improve my accuracy? I've seen students who have attempted 66 questions in paper 1 and clear very well, scoring 100 as well. I've seen students with 92% accuracy in your OGP batches as well. First, improve your accuracy, then you increase the number of questions. Increasing the number of questions without improving your accuracy is going to bring nothing but failure for most of the people. For some people, it might bring success, but for most, failure. And you and I belong in the most bracket. Luck does not work out for us. Let us believe in this and then work hard. So you yourself start to apply this in your essay paper, in your ethics paper, and also in your life. You will see a change.